Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something sweet that's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Sugar. Specifically, white sugar versus brown sugar. They look different, they feel different, but how different are they really? Let's find out. First, let's go back to the source. Believe it or not, both white and brown sugar start their journey from the same place, either a sugarcane plant or a sugar beet. These plants are harvested and then crushed to extract their sugary juice. This juice is boiled down into a thick, dark syrup called molasses, and from that, sugar crystals form. Now, here's where their paths diverge. To make white sugar, a refining process strips away all the molasses, leaving behind pure white sucrose crystals. This is why white sugar has that neutral, simply sweet taste we're all familiar with. It dissolves easily and provides clean sweetness without adding other flavors, making it a versatile ingredient in everything from coffee to delicate cakes. So, what about brown sugar? Well, brown sugar is essentially white sugar that gets to keep some of its molasses. For some types, the molasses is never fully removed. For others, a specific amount of molasses is added back into the refined white sugar. This molasses is the superstar that gives brown sugar its magic. It's responsible for that rich, caramel-like, slightly toasty flavor. Think of the warm, comforting taste in a chewy chocolate chip cookie. That's the molasses working its wonders. The molasses doesn't just affect the flavor, it also changes the texture. It adds moisture, which is why brown sugar feels soft, clumpy, and sand-like. This extra moisture can make baked goods like cookies and brownies incredibly moist, soft, and chewy. White sugar, being dry, tends to create crispier, more crumbly textures. So if your cookie recipe calls for brown sugar, using white sugar instead will definitely change the final result. Now, let's talk nutrition. You've probably heard that brown sugar is healthier than white sugar. Is there any truth to that? Well, because brown sugar contains molasses. It does have trace amounts of minerals like calcium, potassium, and iron. However, and this is a big however, the amounts are so incredibly tiny that they have virtually no impact on your health. To get any meaningful amount of these minerals, you'd have to eat a dangerously large quantity of sugar. So, nutritionally speaking, the difference is negligible. Both are sugars and should be enjoyed in moderation. Did you know there's more than one type of brown sugar? You've likely seen light brown and dark brown sugar at the store. The difference is simply the amount of molasses. Light brown sugar has less molasses, giving it a milder flavor, while dark brown sugar has more, resulting in a deeper, more robust, caramel-like taste. You can often use them interchangeably, but dark brown sugar will lend a stronger flavor and darker color to your food. Let's talk storage, because nothing is more frustrating than a rock-hard lump of brown sugar. Since white sugar is just dry crystals, it can last for years in an airtight container. Brown sugar, with its moisture, needs a little more care. To keep it soft, store it in an airtight container. If it does turn into a brick, you can revive it by adding a slice of bread or a piece of apple peel to the container for a day or two. What about the price? Generally, there isn't a huge price difference between white and brown sugar. Sometimes brown sugar can be slightly more expensive due to the extra processing step of adding back the molasses. But it usually comes down to the brand and store you're shopping at. So, when should you use which? White sugar is your go-to for a clean, sweet flavor where you don't want to add color or caramel notes. Think meringues, custards, or sweetening your tea. Brown sugar shines in recipes where you want that moist texture and rich, deep flavor. It's perfect for gingerbread, barbecue sauces, baked beans, and of course, those amazing chewy cookies. To sum it all up, both sugars come from the same plant. White sugar is pure refined sucrose. Brown sugar is white sugar plus molasses. This molasses gives brown sugar its signature color, moist texture, and caramel flavor. While there are tiny mineral differences, they're not nutritionally significant. The real choice comes down to the flavor and texture you want in your final dish. So next time you're baking, you'll know exactly which sugar to reach for and why. What's your favorite way to use brown sugar? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more delicious deep dives. See you in the next one.